How does the UN promote international humanitarian law? Imagine a world where conflicts are fought with respect for human dignity and civilians are protected from harm. That's what the United Nations aims for through its work in international humanitarian law. The United Nations is a global organization made up of member states working together to keep peace and protect people during wars. It plays a key role in making sure laws like the Geneva Conventions are followed. One way the UN promotes these laws is by spreading knowledge. It encourages countries to teach their military personnel and security forces about the rules of armed conflict. This includes training soldiers on how to treat civilians and prisoners of war properly. The UN also helps countries include these rules in their military manuals and official training programs. The UN works closely with organizations like the International Committee of the Red Cross. Together, they provide technical help to governments. This can mean organizing conferences or workshops to discuss how to better follow international humanitarian law. They help countries improve their legal systems and ensure laws are enforced on the ground. Protection of civilians is a big part of what the UN does. Through peacekeeping missions and diplomatic efforts, it works to keep civilians safe in war zones. For example, UN peacekeepers in countries like Mali and Afghanistan monitor situations, document violations, and support local governments in creating civilian protection plans. They also help prevent attacks on hospitals, schools, and homes. The UN has established systems to watch over compliance with international humanitarian law. Peacekeeping operations often include teams dedicated to human rights. These teams investigate reports of violations, support justice efforts, and push for accountability. This helps ensure those responsible for war crimes are held responsible. Another important role is developing and clarifying the rules themselves. The UN organizes international conferences and adopts resolutions that reinforce the Geneva Conventions and related treaties. These actions reminded countries of their legal obligations and help update laws to match new challenges. Enforcing these laws can be tricky, especially when UN peacekeepers are involved. The UN has proposed measures like creating independent oversight bodies to monitor peacekeeping forces. This aims to improve accountability and ensure all actors respect international humanitarian law. Finally, the UN promotes humanitarian principles such as neutrality, impartiality, and independence. These principles guide its actions in conflict zones, making sure aid reaches those in need without discrimination. When violations happen, the UN speaks out, balancing confidentiality with public statements to protect civilians. In short, the United Nations promotes international humanitarian law by helping countries teach and implement the rules, protecting civilians, monitoring violations, supporting justice, and upholding core humanitarian principles. All these efforts work together to make war less brutal and safeguard human dignity during conflicts.